there was no more water to drink? What if there were no more wars on the brink? What if there was no more potions to sing? What if there was no more, no more? What if there was no more rhetorical inflaming, partisan gaming, pointing and shaming? What if there was no more alternative truth? What if there were no more hijacked youth? What if there were no stolen votes at the booth? What if there were no more, no more? What if there was no more faith to be tested? What if there were no more children molested? What if there were no more innocents arrested? What if there were no more, no more? What if there were no more promises recanted? What if there was no more news to be slanted? What if there was no more life to take for granted? What if there was no more, no more? What if there was no more office to steal? What if there was no more art on the deal? What if there was no more outrage to feel? What if there was no more, no more? What if there were no more best or worst? What if there were no more blessed or cursed? What if there was no more need to be the first? What if there was no more, no more? What if there were no more eyes in the sky? Tears left to dry, answers to why, lies to be wrecked, no pain to deflect, no cause and effects, no verses left.
President Tentz, Dean Frank, esteemed faculty, student body. It is truly a great honor to have been chosen as this year's commencement speaker here at our wonderful alma mater. And as I look out at your young faces, I can see you all asking, who the hell is that? That's all right. I'm Roger Furbish. I own a little plant store downtown. I'm an alumnus, and I'm pretty sure I'm the only one who accepted the $350 honorarium. School said it was all they could afford after the sexual harassment settlement. So it's pretty clear that I'm here to lower your expectations as you matriculate. And as you go out into today's world, I want to say on behalf of all the boomer generation, I am so sorry. Honestly, I'm so glad I'm going to die soon. I mean, my generation was flower power and Earth Day, and we had sex with everyone. Oh, sorry, Dean. But unfortunately, a few twisted boomers skipped Woodstock and went into politics and severely lowered the bar. I'm so sorry. Sorry about the Supreme Court and the abortion thing. Listen, if you need help, I know a guy, not a doctor, but good. And if you want to have kids, you know, bring an innocent little babe into this wild hayride into oblivion, that's up to you. Your life will cease to be about you, but maybe that's a good thing. Your choice. I'm sorry about the climate change. But hey, listen. As the sun gets hotter, we're all going to get darker. So that ought to help ease the racial tensions, right? Sorry about all the violence. It's just going to get worse. So do buy a good security system for your house. I'm so sorry. I mean, for your apartment. Hey, maybe your folks will give you their house. Just got to wait them out. If you buy a gun for protection, don't take it to demonstrations. And P.S., if you go to a rally, don't taunt the other side. 9 times out of 10, they will fuck you up. So listen, what with TikTok and Tinder and Twitter and online porn and online shaming and online bullying, you guys have had to deal with things I can't even fathom. A quick question. How many of you plan to become influencers? Quick show. That is frightening. Okay, I understand why. I hear you can make a lot of money. or crypto. So you know what? I say go for it. Okay, that's about $350 worth. Again, so sorry. Oh, and go horny toads.
Oh. Hi, Tom.
Mary, it is so nice to see you. That top is beautiful.
I put it on just for you.
Wow. Is something wrong?
Oh, it's silly.
No, tell me. I can handle the truth.
Well, I was really hoping that you'd take the mask off today since we're on Zoom.
I'm sorry. I my housekeeper is here, and I'm trying to be safe, for her and for me.
It's just that after the restaurant the other night, I was
Yeah,
thinking that,
I explained that.
well, you could have taken the mask off to eat.
I didn't want anybody to recognize me.
All your fans,
Yes.
because you're Tom Cruise.
Because I'm Tom Cruise. You believe me, right?
I do.
Show me the money.
I believe you.
I could jump on a couch
Oh, Tom.
or juggle liquor bottles.
Really? Even now?
Uh, I guess it has been a while.
That movie came out in 1988.
You really are a fan.
Why do we even go to the restaurant?
Well, it's sometimes it's nice to go out, and it's nice when I can wear a mask and kind of blend in. People thought I was doing it because I was paranoid, not because I'm super duper really famous. And I did hold your hand the whole time you ate.
That was sweet.
We talked all night.
We did. But it was such a nice restaurant. I don't think anyone would have bothered you.
Maybe I am a little paranoid. I mean, I don't want to get sick. I'm starting a new Mission Impossible movie soon, so
The restaurant had really good ventilation.
you don't like the mask.
It just seems so impersonal. I can't even see your smile, and you have such a great smile.
You make me smile.
Do I? I can't tell.
My cleaning lady.
I'm sure it's safe.
You really want this?
I really do.
Okay. It's me.
Put the mask back on. Tell me what it was like working with Dustin Hoffman.
Oh, he was amazing.
Oh, Tom, you're the best.
Welcome to Bible Study on Zoom, friends. Pastor Purvis has kindly allowed me to take a few minutes before we get into the Word to talk to you all about a very serious matter. That is Texas House Bill 1399. Here's the 411. If you hear about a minor who's receiving any kind of treatment to mess with their God-given gender, that is child abuse, and you have got to report their parents to the state authorities. Our very wise governor, Brother Greg, he is calling on all of us to join his crusade to protect these children who claim to be suicidal if they're not allowed to switch to being the opposite sex. Thank you, Jesus, for the awesome power of the state. Well, I see a few frowny faces. Let me just say this one last thing. I love children. even though I was unfortunately disqualified from becoming a foster parent because of my commitment to rescuing ferrets. I care passionately about these so-called trans kids. But don't their parents realize that all children fantasize about being somebody else, a fairy princess or a superhero or a sexy devil? I mean, a scary devil. Puberty is painful for all children. Their bodies are changing in ways they don't like. There's acne, buck teeth, you smell bad, you commit those sleep sins. You hate yourself and wish you were somebody else, but that self-loathing is the Holy Spirit moving through them. And that's a very essential part of growing up. But did you know that in Oregon, a 14-year-old girl can give consent to herself, get her breast chopped off without her parents knowing? Pastor Purvis, tell them how you've been on the YouTube for many, many, many hours watching videos of these trans kids dancing around shirtless, showing off their sweaty scars. Oh, look it up if you've got the stomach. It blows my mind that this is considered happy mental health. Beryl Biles, I don't know what you shaking your head means. I'm not trying to get any parents arrested, but you know that gal that bikini waxes my you-know-whats? Well, she has been up close and personal with a few of these he, she, them clients. And her boyfriend, he's that vet tech, scored me the ivermectin. Well, he says that trans adults die 50% sooner than normal people because becoming trans means taking a healthy body and turning it into a diseased body, which no child should have to endure. I am an American, so I follow the money. Ever since that Laverne Cox hit the cover of Time magazine, trans has become a 24/7 major ad campaign. Now, trans people, they've got their own makeup, their own fashion, their own TV shows. And we all know, you throw a stone at mainstream media, you are going to hit big pharma, which means that trans children are very profitable for the medical industry and are a major marketing constituency worth $3.7 trillion. There are no transgender people in the Bible. People don't trans anything. You are either male or female. Dig up their bones. 100 years from now, you will be able to tell if they're male or female. If any of y'all want to talk later about that Wallace kid, I heard he's seeing a shrink. Text me your thoughts. Thank you, Pastor Purvis. I'm done. Okay, y'all, let's turn to the good book, Luke 6:37. Do not judge, lest ye be judged.
Hello.
Oh, they're not open yet.
I can tell. At least we're first in line for the new merchandise.
Hey, fashionista, I bet you're always first. I love that outfit.
Oh, thank you. It is so hard to find the right fit for me.
Oh, you would look so good in guilt-free hemp pants like these from Young Navy. You know, a stylish and flirty cure for global warming.
Oh, that is sweet, Possum. You know, you have a sweet face. Best framed by the new vegan Warby Parker frames available in so many styles. You might want to try their new Visualize Your New Face app.
Oh my God, I would, but I've been enjoying Contact Monkey. Daily drone delivery of fresh contact lenses based on your GPS location. So even if you have one of those foggy nights where you never made it home, you know what I'm saying, you can still see clearly the next day.
You never really have to go home again with Overnight Brag. It's like a ride share, but for your toothpaste and underwear. All your essentials from any random nearby member of Overnight Brag. Hashtag shared toothbrush for 5% off your first month.
Okay, what's going on here?
Well, I'm an influencer.
Wait, I'm an influencer.
What do you influence?
Things, public opinion, you,
I do the influencing.
No, I don't think so. I'm not that gullible.
Well, you did fall for those hemp pants.
No, I only promote things that I believe in that pay me money.
Hello.
Hey, you here for...
Yes. Are they on time?
Yeah, I think so. Hey, can I get your opinion on something?
I suppose so.
Okay. What do you think about these pants?
Oh, I don't know that you want my opinion.
Oh, yeah, I do.
We both do. I'm always interested in what other people think.
They're fine.
Oh, come on.
Okay. They look like you bought them because you wanted to fit in. Using peer pressure, someone tricked you into going against what looks good on you with the promise that you would be hip. I'm afraid, my dear, that you have been Kardashianed.
Bam! She nailed you.
Same with those glasses, honey.
Boom! Ha!
Look, I don't want to insult anyone. You are beautiful flowers, not sheep. I just think you should listen to your own heart and mind and trust your own sense of self. Life is too short to postpone joy, to settle for any less than what satisfies your soul. Like this. Severe facial moisturizer and superficial night cream with collagen and retinol C from Renew You Renew Beauty LLC. Here, I'll pull up my latest unboxing video. In this one, I'm shirtless.
Are you?
Oh, yes.
Hi, I'm Betsy, and I'm an addict. No, not to alcohol like you people. I'm addicted to grass. I don't mean marijuana. I don't smoke weed. I'm addicted to my front lawn, which I no longer have. I knew I needed to break the habit, so I had the landscapers come today and they took it away. That's why I wanted to talk tonight, to help me cope. They're going to replace my beautiful lawn with a plant called Fire on a Stick and gravel and yucca and succulents. Why? Because I'm a good Californian and I know that there is a water shortage and I'm going to do my part to conserve, damn it. But that doesn't mean I'm happy about it. But what nobody else knows, not even my husband, this part, I kept part of it. I just couldn't get rid of all of it. I couldn't. I'll show you. This is what's left of my front lawn. I named her Matilda. I wanted to give her a female name because she lets people walk all over her, which I used to be guilty of, but I've gotten much more assertive. What? You don't believe me? Well, you can just go fuck yourself. Oh, well, see, much more assertive. I'm going to take such good care of Matilda. I will water her and I will trim her with that dainty pair of scissors that I have in my sewing basket. And When I'm alone, I'll take off my shoes and feel her beneath my feet. Oh, that's so refreshing. Ooh, it's cool as it caresses between my toes. It is. It's sexual. It reminds me summer picnics when I was a child and makeout sessions in high school. Oh, making love on the deserted golf course with my husband. Oh, I love my lawn. Well, what's left of it. Maybe when humanity has water again, one day, Matilda could be the cornerstone of a new lawn. Oh, I know. I gotta let it go. I just can't. Not yet. Thanks, as you guys say. Thanks for letting me share.
This is stupid. What was I thinking? Nobody's gonna show up. Oh, hi, welcome. I'm Edna.
Yeah, hi. Is this the place with the free quilts?
Yeah.
You don't sound very sure. I saw this flyer, on a telephone pole, and it said for me to show up here at 12 noon in the Zoom room, and I'd get a free quilt. I mean, I even tore the little piece of paper and everything.
This is the right room.
Well, I don't see any quilts. Can you show me a quilt? Is there a choice?
Let me explain what's happening here.
So there aren't any quilts?
I didn't say that. Oh, welcome. I'm Edna.
Hi there. I'm looking for a free quilt.
There are no quilts. It's a scam.
It is not a scam.
I think she's trying to sell us timeshares.
Well, I'd be happy to listen to a timeshare pitch if I get a free quilt out of it.
There are no timeshares.
You need to show me a quilt right now, or I am leaving. 3, 2.
Please don't leave. Please don't leave.
So.
Listen, it's my best friend Bonnie's birthday, and she hasn't left the house in years, not since COVID started. She just sits home making quilts all the time. That's all she does. It's her whole life.
So there are quilts.
And I wanted to celebrate her birthday on Zoom, but I thought it would be just sad if it was just me. It would remind her of how alone we are, of the people we've lost. So I figured if I got some people in here, it would make her happy. Then it would be a party.
That is so sweet.
Well, so Bonnie has the quilts?
Yes, Bonnie has the quilts.
And if we help you celebrate Bonnie's birthday, we get a free quilt?
I'm in.
Well,
there are no quilts.
Okay. I panicked. I knew I had to do something to get people in here, and I knew she had all those quilts, and to my brain, it just made sense. But, oh, please, you can't tell her that you're just here for the quilts. It would ruin her birthday.
You're a very strange friend.
Hey.
Look, I'm trying. I made her a cake. Chocolate. It's her favorite.
Free cake. I love free cake.
You aren't going to get to eat any cake. We're on Zoom. I'm not going to get to eat any cake. Is Bonnie going to get to eat any cake? Are you going to bring the cake over to Bonnie?
No.
Because
I haven't left my apartment in years either.
Edna?
Hey, it's been a hard 3 years.
How did you get the flyer on the telephone pole?
I asked the kid who brings my groceries to do it.
So you lured us here with the promise of a free quilt and cake, and none of those things are real. I should call the police.
Don't call the police.
She's scamming us.
She's lonely and she's trying to help her friend. Where is your friend?
Well, Bonnie will be here any minute.
Well, I get it. I mean, I'm lonely. This is the highlight of my day.
Oh, come on.
Well, what have you done today that was so interesting?
This is not about me.
Well, I think that this is a really good idea. People helping people, meeting people, and I don't even need a quilt or a cake. It's just cool hanging here. But the cake looks really good.
Oh, thanks. Oh, wait, here she comes. Here she comes. Here she comes. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Bonnie. Happy birthday to you. And many more.
Oh my God, thank you so much.
Yeah, Bonnie, these are our new friends.
I'm Liz.
Hi, Liz.
And I'm Nancy.
Nancy, so nice to meet you.
And they made you a cake.
She did? Oh, Edna, it is so beautiful.
Chocolate, chocolate, chocolate.
Ah, that's a best friend. She remembers. My favorite.
I want to go over to Edna's apartment right now and eat some cake. Is that okay, Edna?
Yeah, that's okay.
Nancy, you want to come?
Well, I don't know exactly where Edna lives. Exactly.
She must live in the neighborhood somewhere.
314 6th Street, apartment 3F.
Well, that is close.
You in?
Yeah, I'm in.
Bonnie?
Wow, you want me to come over there?
We do.
It wouldn't be a party without you, sweetie.
Oh, well,
I'd really like to meet you, Bonnie.
all right, then, okay, I am on my way. Oh, wait 1 second. Hey, would anybody like a quilt? Oh, cool. So cool.
Oh, it worked. It actually worked. Oh gosh, now I gotta clean.
Cindy, I had an exciting day today. I got to go inside the vet office with Mischief. I know it doesn't sound earth-shattering, but for the entire pandemic, it's been curbside drop-off and pickup. It's been awful not being able to go inside with him, sitting in the car with the California sun beating down upon us, interacting only with voices on the phone, the receptionist who checks you in, the vet tech who calls to get the history, and finally the vet who calls with the treatment plan. Hearing and seeing a live, real person only when the vet tech comes out, scoops up Mischief, and disappears inside with him. Don't get me wrong. I am grateful that my vet office has been open for the last 2 years. Many have closed their doors. I remember when your bonzo got bitten, how every emergency vet that you called had long waiting lists to be seen. Thankfully, my vets have been there for my cats. But for the last 2 years, it's been hell sitting in the parking lot, wondering if Mischief is miserable in his carrier, looking around for me, not being able to scratch his head so he wouldn't be afraid. And more importantly, not being able to see where they draw blood or inject him. How else would I know that when he scratches, he isn't being bothered by something they did rather than something else? But Cindy, today was back to normal. I parked and I carried Mischief inside. I checked in with the receptionist in person, and we both sat down in the air-conditioned lobby. I could tell that everybody was smiling behind their masks. I felt connected. And when the vet tech came to take us to the exam room, we both went together inside, and I got to comfort Mischief on the table. I watched the vet give him his exam, and I saw where she injected him. I shared my concerns with her face to face and watched her act on me. I even saw her love on him and heard him purr to her in return. Yes, Cindy, it was a wonderful day, and I will never, ever take any of this for granted again. Oh, it was so much fun.
Roe v. Wade has been struck down, and the timing could not be worse. With people still dealing with the fallout from the pandemic and climate change and wondering if there's going to be enough food and water to go around, the last thing this country needs is more babies. What's a person to do? Well, you can start by buying my book, Avoiding the Vagina, The Straight Person's Guide to Anal Sex and Oral Sex, by me, Phyllis Harper, with a foreword by Dr. Ruth Westheimer. Now, I know many of you have already engaged in these activities in the past when they were optional. But now that Roe v. Wade has been overturned, you don't have a choice. Unless you want to roll the dice and use birth control, anal sex and oral sex are your only options for effectively avoiding unwanted pregnancy. Oh, yes, you can also use your hands, but come on, hand jobs are for kids in high school. Whether you're a novice or a pro when it comes to anal and oral sex, you will find useful tips on these pages on how to pleasure your partner. I interviewed many people who actually earn their living having sex. And I didn't talk to cheap whores. I talked to expensive whores. I even went to the Mustang Ranch. Oh, I had such fun researching this book. But I'm worried. If people don't buy my book and adhere to the practices I describe, orphanages will overflow. So, if you order by midnight tonight, I will throw in absolutely free this 16-page pamphlet, The Straight Person's Guide to Same-Sex Fuck Buddies. I know for most straight people, having sex with someone of your own gender is simply a bridge too far. But if you think you might be up for it, give it a try. I mean, you gotta have sex with someone, right? And that way, you and your buddy can take care of each other's sexual needs while you both continue to search for that special someone of the opposite gender with whom you want to marry and procreate. I even list places you can search for a same-sex fuck buddy, such as dance troupes and community theater. Did the people who forced another conservative judge on the American people ever think that their actions would cause a rise in anal sex and oral sex and same-sex fuck buddies? Oh, I'm certain they did not. That they never think these things through. They don't realize the consequences of their actions. I don't think they even realize now that they have opened Pandora's box. But I can see what's coming down the road, and I've written it all down in my book. So order your copy today. Arm yourself with knowledge, so no one can ever force you to have a baby if you don't want one. Available wherever truth is sold. Oh.
If you really think about it, the problem with this country right now
Is them. They're the ones that are creating all this division.
There's just so much cruelty.
Meanness. It really has gotten to the point where
It is infuriating.
Exhausting.
Frightening.
threatening.
They have no respect for my opinion.
They dismiss my entire generation.
They act like my values are stupid.
They want to criminalize me.
They want to take away my rights.
They want to rip away my God-given constitutional rights.
To my guns.
My body.
My pronouns.
My vote.
What kind of future is there for me if the people in charge are the enemy?
It's like this morning. I was waiting forever in this ridiculously slow line.
To buy overpriced gas.
To order my dirty chai latte.
To zip through the obnoxious self-checkout.
To pick up my prescriptions.
And suddenly, this selfish, probably racist,
Freaking punk.
Cuts me off.
And didn't give a rat's ass.
that everybody else has the common courtesy to play by the rules.
It's like they thought that they were better than the rest of us.
And you could tell everything you needed to know about them because of their stupid ass hipster hat.
Creepy, pierced tongue. Ugh.
Bougie Tesla sneakers.
Insane NRA bumper stickers.
So I speak up to let them know.
They better back off.
And I guess they didn't appreciate my tone when I said I don't appreciate their sense of entitlement.
And the next thing I know, people have their phones out and they're recording us.
And we are furiously flipping each other off, and somebody calls me a Karen.
And they're hollering, and my blood pressure is getting dangerously out of control.
And it feels explosive.
And I thought about ramming them with my shopping cart.
I wanted to blast them with my mace.
And I just snapped. You know, I just wanted them to stop with the screeching, to call the woke police.
And it would have been so easy to have the last word and take them out.
I mean, I wanted to do some serious damage and just pulverize them.
I don't know what I was thinking.
I couldn't believe what I was saying.
I want a better world for my children.
But don't kid yourself. We are living in perilous times.
It's this toxic cancel culture.
Things have just gone too far.
It's like they set up this whole corrupt system to do everything they can.
To erase me. I just need to get a grip.
I'm gonna work myself into a coronary.
Oh, another panic attack.
Get banned on Twitter again.
I got to call my therapist.
Listen to that Brene Brown podcast.
OD on TikTok.
Watch some damn football.
You know, focusing on them, that is an insidious poison.
You start looping these ugly, angry thoughts.
Like your head is going to explode.
And you imagine doing things that you would never do. I'm not a monster.
I don't know why I was so easily triggered.
The future just feels so dark right now.
Not many people understand where I'm coming from.
Or how I feel.
Or how I feel.
Or how I feel.
Or how I feel. They don't have a clue.
Not a clue.
Not a clue.
Not a clue.
I'm sorry, my mind was a million miles away. No, my favorites were Pirates of the Caribbean and Indiana Jones. In fact, I used to hate this ride. When my kids were young, they loved It's a Small World, but I got so sick of it. And it's not just because of the song. I mean, I found the whole experience corny. All I liked about this ride is that it was air conditioned. I mean, on a hot, humid day, oh, that air was like a tonic. But when my kids grew up,
I read something about this dolls on this ride. I mean, did you know that their heads are all created from the same mold, but their faces are painted differently? But underneath, they're identical. If I had known that, I could have used It's a Small World to teach my kids that no matter where you come from or what you look like, underneath, we're all the same. Yeah, we're stuck in the same spot, singing the same damn song. My Deborah, she's a nurse, and Julie runs a bar. And my son, my Jake, he died last year. Thank you. You know, he's the reason I come here. This ride helps me cope. And my boy was killed by the police. I don't expect you to recall his name. I mean, there's been so many like him lately. It was the worst thing in the world. It's like despair seeps in your bones and changes you. I mean, the grief will never leave, but the anger, I gotta make that go. I don't want this rage inside of me. I can't let my feelings towards those men in blue consume me. I want to be the me I used to be, relying on my faith and trusting everything's going to work out fine, believing that we are all one. I need a tonic for my soul. But when my son was shot, that changed me. That's why I rode this ride 3 times today. And I'm hoping that if I stare at those doll faces long enough, that I can come back to believing that we're all made from the same mold. We're all from the same family. What else is there to do? You know what? Why don't you and your kids go ahead of me? No, I insist. Oh, I'm sure. It's my pleasure. Really. Oh, you too. Have a nice day.
I got an email from Instacart the other day. Where are you? We miss you. Come back. Here's a $40 voucher. Thanks, Instacart. Very generous of you. But you don't know about Instamiles. Here's the story. In the beginning days of the pandemic, I was like all seniors living alone, fearful, depressed. I followed the rules. Everything I brought back from the supermarket got cleansed with a wipe. Then I was told that I shouldn't go into the supermarket at all. It was too dangerous. So you and I, Instamo, became friends. Then I heard from my best friend that her next door neighbor, a high school kid, bored with classes online, had devised his own shopping service, complete with website. I was intrigued and decided to give him a try. I had no idea what to expect. But when Miles bounded onto my porch, impeccably dressed in black shorts and a white tee, masked, gloved, and smiling shyly under a magnificent mop of black curls, I was hooked. I, also masked and gloved, gave him my list, which I held out to him with my fingertips, and he bounded away again to get my order. Miles, or Insta-Miles, as I started calling him to myself, was always eager to please. If something was unavailable, he'd text me a photo from the store of an alternative. He wanted to make sure I was satisfied. Was the onion small enough? Were the apples firm enough? His rare mistakes brought torrents of apologies. Once he left a shopping bag in the cart. He was mortified as he went back to get it. Once he bought the wrong kind of salmon. I didn't care, but he insisted on going for an exchange. The only time he forgot something on my list. It was all I could do to keep him from making a return trip. After all, gas was now pushing $3 a gallon. Oh, Insta-Miles, I learned more about you as we got to know each other. I learned what you liked, what classes you were taking, what colleges you were applying to. I learned that you wanted to put on weight so you'd be better at sports. I learned that you hated missing your friends in school, and that you liked to sleep late like all teenagers, so I never called you until noon. When you moaned once about your black curls that were falling over your eyes, you were happy that I agreed salons were dangerous. What to do? But when I teased you that girls must love those curls, you blushed so furiously that I realized I should be professional. My wine orders brought a new dance. Insta-Miles, you were too young to purchase liquor, so you had to take your mother along. She put my order in her cart. I was worried that we were overusing her, but you assured me she did it for others. And it was her idea in the first place. Problem solved. Oh, Insta-Miles, you were so much more fun than Instacart. You were a beacon of light in my dark world of sorrow and despair. A bright assurance that goodness and friendliness still existed in the world. I heard you went off to University of Michigan, where I hope you're playing lots of sports. And some lucky girl is running her fingers through those black curls. Did you ever develop another little business to help others? Did anyone else ever dub you Insta-Miles? If so, I hope they valued and appreciated you as much as I did.
I can't.
What's wrong?
I can't do anything.
Sure you can.
No, really, I can't. Seriously. What's the point of an accomplishment or activity if the whole world is just going to hell?
Things are going to be okay.
But what if they're not? What if we run out of food?
There's plenty of things to eat.
Or toilet paper.
Just go in the backyard. That's what I do.
What if I get sick?
I'll lick you.
That's not the cure for everything, you know.
Works for me.
It's easy for you. You're enjoying this.
Darn right. I get you all day long. It's the best time ever.
Different perspective for you, huh?
Maybe.
But then all your needs are taken care of.
Yep.
No worries at all for you.
Why worry?
This is a worrisome time.
I know something that'll help.
What?
Pet me.
Such an opportunist.
No, come on, pet me. It helps.
No, it'll help you.
It helps you too. Come on, try it. See? Doesn't it feel nice?
Nice for you.
No, for you too. Isn't it comforting?
It is actually.
Let it make everything feel better just a little bit.
It does. It does.
All you have to do, just pet me. You take care of me, I'll take care of you.
Okay.
We have everything we need. Things are going to be okay.
Thank you. Sometimes I just need someone to say it's going to be okay.
It's going to be okay.
Oh, no, no. Oh.
Come on in, everybody. Come on in. Thank you, neighborhood newsies, for joining us as we close out the pandemic era with our last Zoom call. So hi, I'm Cheryl, longtime neighborhood newsy user, first-time community manager. In March of 2020, we started holding these neighborhood newsy meetings in your Los Angeles neighborhood, but most of those members were banned.
Banned? How do you get banned from a Zoom call?
Oh, it got pretty intense during lockdown and after lockdown. The times we live in, am I right?
We can't accept the times we live in. We must rise up and conquer them.
Thank you, Emma. We welcome your help defining these times and a path forward to 2023. We want to pick your brains and share your information. I mean, insights.
I feel sorry for young people today. I mean, with the crazy politics and the
I don't feel sorry for young people. Old people have it worse. We have to deal with that same crap, and all our friends are dead. Hell, I almost died of COVID, and now I'm a long hauler.
Mike, we are going to help make your life better. But first, let's all share our thoughts about what best defines these times. Carrie, will you start us off?
Okay, well, I guess I'd have to say food. I mean, the COVID-15 became the COVID-25. I just can't stand to look at myself in the mirror. None of my clothes fit. And I mean, I haven't showered in days. Oh God. All right. I overshared. I forget I said that.
No. Do not fall into that female beauty trap, Carrie.
All righty then. Has anyone else experienced any personal changes since 2020?
Wait a minute. Wait. I do brush my teeth still almost every day.
I get that feeling, Carrie. Like nothing matters. I lost so much during COVID. My grandmother died. I got laid off, and my boyfriend broke up with me through a TikTok dance that went viral. I have to admit that I don't shower as much as I used to either.
Oh dear, I think you both need therapy.
Yeah, but I can't find a therapist. Everyone's booked, and I don't want to talk to some stupid artificial intelligence BS avatar. I want a real person. Does anyone have any referrals?
Neighborhood Newsy has ads and sponsored posts of all kinds of services. I'm sure that's a great way to find a local therapist.
Look, I know that times are hard, Dan, but word to the wise, don't pick a therapist from a social media ad.
It's getting bad. I completely lost my ability to focus during the last, however long it's been. I haven't read a book in forever, and even at my grandmother's Zoom funeral, I was checking my email.
You know what I do when I get distracted? I eat unconsciously.
Well, we're all distracted. Well, there's COVID, of course, then George Floyd, and kids in cages, and kids getting shot, and the election, and Trump digging in and concealing documents, and January 6th, and the wildfires, and the droughts, and the war in the Ukraine, the Dobbs decision, King Charles, Hurricane Ian, and those endless ads about Prop 27. Oh, how else can you describe this time but traumatic?
It has been a nightmare, but losing Roe v. Wade was the worst of the worst. California needs to get the word out that we are a safe haven from those backward states. We have to pass federal abortion rights legislation and expand the Supreme Court. There's a lot to do.
You've all raised big issues, but most importantly, you're sharing ideas and being a community. Oh, I just remembered, I was supposed to remind you to be civil with one another, but you're way ahead of me on that
Hey,
one.
that girl's diatribe about abortion is stupid, okay? Life begins at conception. Don't assume, Emma, that everyone's going to share your misguided millennial beliefs.
I spoke too soon.
You do not have to share my beliefs, Mike. Just don't take away control of the female body. And by the way, my preferred pronouns are they, them, but I am still a feminist.
Well, they, them, I'm so sorry for your loss of your common sense and your female identity.
Careful, Mike. You're perilously close to being that guy on Neighborhood Newsy who lobs a grenade into the thread and gets everybody hating each other.
No. Emma was the one who brought up abortion and pronouns. Jesus. You know what, Emma? I'm not interested in what you have to say. And you either, Carrie.
Me? What did I do?
Nothing. Just don't like fat chicks.
You are disgusting. Stay in your echo chamber with your fellow semi-fascists.
I can go wherever I want to go. I'll just mute you.
Oh, well, on Zoom, you can only mute yourself. Maybe you should try that. Look, everyone else who's not suffering from COVID brain fog knows that we are in a crisis mode. Mike, you may want millions of unwanted babies and an explosion of domestic violence, but you can't control women. We will destroy you.
People, we need to bring this back around to a local level. Now, please, Neighborhood Newsy, what role would you say it's played for you during this time?
Well, I'll tell you what you did to me. You made me hate my neighbors. I mean, before the pandemic, Neighborhood Newsy was about yard sales and lost pets. And now it's just become completely political and nasty like this.
You are so right, Carrie. The fight over masks alone makes me want to go out and get a gun.
Yeah.
A gun. That says it all. This from the lady with the Be Kind yard sign and a basket of goodies on the front porch.
Hey, how do you know who I am?
Seriously? You don't recognize me? I live next door to you. I brought in your trash cans for 6 months after your hip replacement.
I know him. We used to be friends. We worked together in pet adoption until his Caruso lawn sign went up.
You still haven't wised up? We need a change in LA. Caruso will build more housing.
Yeah, more luxury housing. Now, Karen Bass.
Hey, Sarah, did I just hear you say that you kept food on your front porch?
Yes, I keep a basket out for the delivery drivers with water, clementines, and my delicious homemade oatmeal raisin cookies. But yesterday, someone stole it. Oh, that makes me feel so unsafe.
Well, let me introduce you to your own city. It is filled with people who want to take things from you. You want to put food out on your porch, little gifts. Don't complain when somebody takes it. And by the way, thank you very much for so succinctly defining humble brag.
Don't be a tool, Mike. This nice woman is dealing with a trespasser and a thief. Maybe you can't grasp how intimidating that can be.
Yeah, sorry that happened, Sarah. Just ignore Mike. Neighborhood News has become toxic with haters, and now we get to see them up close and personal.
I love your idea, Sarah. I'm going to put food out as well. Mike, feel free to grab a cookie. You obviously need a snack and a nap.
You know, I was afraid that this was going to degenerate into neighbor bashing. Come on, people, we've got to be better than what we see online. Mike, I am so sorry that you've lost friends, and I'd like to invite you over for cookies. All of my friends are leaving California, so I need a new friend too.
Again, please sum up what the past 2 years mean to you. But Sarah, I do like your positive attitude.
Oh, yeah, let's hear more from Sarah, because nobody wants to hear from me because I'm a fat chick.
You are not fat, whereas I have packed on the pounds. I'm heading back to CrossFit tomorrow or next week.
But let's look to the future, shall we? I'd like you each to give your perspective on how we can start to turn things around. I know I'm doing more hugging. Who else wants to weigh in?
Well, I'm doing exactly the same amount of hugging as I did before, which is 0.
Oh, poor Mike doesn't get any hugs.
It's pretty obvious you need some love, Mike.
From you, no thanks.
Mike, where do you see things going?
In the crapper. This used to be a nice city. Now, I never leave my house. There is nothing for me out there. And you know what? There's not much in here either.
You know, I joined this group because I wanted to feel better about my community, but now I feel worse. I mean, I feel like I want to take a shower and stop doom scrolling through all these terrible neighborhood newsy posts. I'm signing out for good. I'm kicking asteroids and kicking ass.
All right. I'll take it as a positive that she's showering. Well, guys, come on. You know neighborhood newsy is the solution, not the problem. We bring neighbors together.
No, you don't. You didn't even make this Zoom call a safe space. I'm done with this platform. This is no way to change the world for the better. Reproductive justice for all.
I hope some of you will stay and try
Maybe
to find...
dumping neighborhood newsy is all the therapy I need. Wow, I feel happier already, more focused. Why wallow in negativity when we can get out into the world now? I'm getting off this stupid time suck and go to CrossFit now.
Sarah, listen, I'm sorry that I said mean things about you. When you invited me over, shook me up a little bit. And you know what? I don't think I want to be on Neighborhood Newsy anymore either. I want to leave my house. I want to go out. I want to dive back into the world. I want to listen. I put my phone number in chat. Call me, would you please? And P.S. I don't like raisins.
Well. Looks like you might have to whip up a batch of chocolate chip cookies there, Sarah.
I'm on it. This will be the first date I've had in years.
Date?
Well, there aren't that many single men in my age category. When you find one, you need to cast your line and reel him in, warts and all.
How about that? Good for you.
What, honey, I'm afraid you're going to be out of a job after this, but I'm signing off too. And you know, that feels so right. I think I'm going to delete Facebook while I'm at it. But oh, wait a minute. Let me get Mike's number out of the chat. Okay. Bye-bye.
Yes, my work here is done. 5, 4, 5. Get out there, people. Help humanity and take your lives back, one social media deletion at a time. Speaking of which, bye-bye.